Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgun 111, and welcome back to Chained Echoes. All of the party is finally back together. I'm controlling Glenn and get a chance to talk to my party members. Let's see what they have to say. Princess, are you well? It's too dangerous. We shouldn't go there. You're the most important person I have. Yeah, it also, seems like, Rob, in addition to just being loyal to her or whatever, seems like maybe he has a thing for her, but I have a feeling if there's going to be romantic interest, it's going to be Glenn and Len. We'll see what happens. Women like Sienna are just my type, but unfortunately she doesn't seem to have any interest. Remember, Glenn, it's important to recognize when your attempts are futile. Some men think that by being persistent, they're proving their love to the woman, but in reality, they're just creepy. Don't be creepy, Glenn. That's good advice. Alright. When I left the castle, I wanted to be sure not to make any naive mistakes. I knew my savings wouldn't last forever, and I'd have to do hard, exhausting work that would push me to my limits. I was prepared for that tough world out there, or so I thought. But the real problem wasn't doing the work. The problem was finding work to begin with. Rob and I almost starved to death. Fortunately, he found a job with the city guard and was able to finance us for a few months. Then a job opened up for me, too. Rob was concerned that it might be too dangerous, but we did it anyway. We have enough dry bread and watery soup. This is our first instructive lesson for me after I left this castle. Wow, almost starved to death. That's like serious dedication to the what she was after. Usually my daily life consists only of writing and traveling. Rarely do I get the pleasure of trying out musical arts. When I was a little boy, I was a traveling showman and toured all over Eldria with a troupe. Even as a child, I had a very deep voice and could delight the audience with it. When my magical talent was recognized, I was sent to the University of Nysa. My master Bartholomew suggested I devote myself to musical magic. The perfect fit for me. Updated quest. Tell me more. Oh, I'm talking to the others, okay. If you want to make small talk, you're in the wrong place. But since I'm drunk, I can make an exception. Did you know I own an airship? I heard rumor of that from some of the bandits that you were escaping, I think. The Himmelsgeiser, and I even have a crew member. We traveled to Volantis because the Hooge was supposed to be anchored here, and our ship needed repairs. I had myself dropped off in Farnsport to earn a little money. Once the repairs were done, after a couple of weeks, I was going to be picked up. Wish we'd had better timing. We could have flown to Tormund in the Himmelsgeiser. I'm going to pronounce it wrong and differently every time, so just be prepared for that. That would have saved us the trouble. But fortunately, we're now through Kortar in one piece. I just hope this quest is worth the effort, because I have to get back to Farnsport somehow, too. Alright. Who else is the others that I have not talked to? Also, what's available upstairs? What is here? About the living beings in Eldria, there are 5 their kind. The plants, the monsters, the animals, the humans, and the gods. Alright. This chapter shall focus on humans. They're numerous, from different species, well documented. There's the Hyomes, since time immemorial. They've been everywhere. Species other than them used to live in their own communities before the War of the Thousand Kingdoms. Small but wise Memorians found the Veti culture. The elegant Hyom-like Yivis created the Galtina Empire. Can only rarely find villages belonging to only one species, such as the Sova of Hecandria. Lisvian, okay, the mercenary was a Lisvian, the lizard-like. Those that came from the desert and loved the sun, and those that rarely left the water. Nebralia and Miranda. Most exciting species is the Gimli. No visual relation in the animal kingdom. Thera resemble predatory cats, the Polka resemble pigs, the Fioria resemble fish. The Gimli resemble jello. Okay. There's a lot of information here, and I'm not sure if any of it's relevant necessarily. Bodies don't have a uniform shape. Take on the appearance of individual creature. Can separate their bodies and join with other species. Share memories and experience. Gimli are so rare that little else is known about them. Alright. So there's like slime creatures that can merge with people or something. Sounds fair. What do we have here? A lava gorget. Right, I've been swapping equipment around on my party members depending upon who is the active party. I'm gonna have to like re-optimize all my equipment. And there is an optimize button that I haven't used. Because I just wanted to kind of exert the manual control, but at this point I might start doing that. That's the wrong way. Okay, so the quest suggests that there's someone I still haven't talked to, but I thought I talked to everyone. So I'm a little concerned by that. Like, it says talk to the others. There are 5 others. I've talked to all of them, but only 4 of them registered. Updated quest. Alright. Explore the inn. Was I supposed to do that before reading this chapter? I'm just gonna scroll through it again in case that updates my quest. I mean, I went in all the... Oh. These doors now don't exist. And previously I was opening and shutting them. A scream? A strange one at that. Is something wrong? We heard someone screaming. I didn't expect you to notice. What are you talking about? Oh, I think I know what it was. How about you explain it to my friends, landlord? Follow me outside. I have no idea what's going on. The reason for the scream is this flower here. The flower can scream? If I pick one, yes. Let me explain. There's soul in every living being, whether animal, human, monster, or plant. Plant doesn't have much. Monster has a corrupt version. When a living being dies, the soul leaves the body, flows into the maelstrom, a vortex from which the ether of this world is united. In this whirlpool, the soul dissolves and mixes with other souls. When a living being is born, a new soul forms in the whirlpool of ether and enters the body. It's an eternal cycle. These plants are special. People call them white roses because their true name is unknown in Volandis. It's actually called the Weeping Mary. Special characteristics. When it dies, you can see how the soul leaves its body and disappears into thin air. It sounds like a human scream. How terrifying. And annoying for farmers. You seem to have a soft spot for this plant. Your whole garden's full of them. Scream may be disturbing, but their appearance is beautiful. Rob just heard it. Poor Rob. Let's draw the curtain for tonight. I feel like they wouldn't feed us all of that backstory about the living things and plants and whatever if it wasn't going to come up again later. But I really don't know what to make of all of it now. Many people find soup disgusting, and if it's not prepared properly, they're right. One must remove the muddy taste of the toad by letting it swim alive in clear water. That's nonsense. Are you still drunk? It's the muddy taste that gives the toad soup the right aroma. Mud is nothing more than damp dirt. You don't need to tell me that dirt carries taste. I've eaten both variations. Your toad soup lasts any taste. Alright, so those two are still at each other's horns. Sienna, have you slept well? Hey, Killian, remember when it's futile. Where is she? Yeah, where's Len? Who are we talking about? Len, she wasn't in her room. I thought she was out here. Talking about the young girl? She left the inn with the first rays of the morning. Seemed to be in a hurry. What? But why would she not wait for us? That can't be true. She doesn't want to pay us off? I don't believe that. She didn't seem particularly stingy. Maybe she realized you've not earned your reward. After all, she traveled half the way here. Only with the red. Were they together? I thought Sienna was alone. Oh, the redhead. Glenn's a redhead, too. Right. Whatever the reason may be, let's follow her. We should catch up with her quickly. Thank you for your hospitality. You're welcome anytime. Visit again soon. Okay, so Len went out on her own. We have new skills. Um, let's see. Everybody has one, I presume? Or actually just Glenn and Sienna, it looks like. Right, because we already got the skills for the other three in the previous section. All right, I'm going to look through some of these. The one that interests me most here is a utility called Restrain, lowers overdrive by 15. I like the sound of that. It seems like that would be very useful because it seems like I'm fighting the overdrive meter pretty frequently. And then you, what is Kisagiri? I see. So it hits one person hard and can trigger Pedal Storm. Blind. Yajutsu. 3 times damage on paralyzed targets. So if you can paralyze them first, you can deal a ton. And gives everybody extra crit chance. That's kind of a nice buff, and it's a different type than you have of anything else. And these other things don't seem as interesting. I think I like that, just to have the versatility of being able to use a buff to cool down the overdrive. And it also buffs everybody. So that's a way that you can help out the rest of the party. So that seems good. If I find a anvil again, I will definitely check that kind of stuff out as well. I guess I'm not currently on a map, so I guess I'll just be like walking off the screen at the end. Before I do, like it seems like the type of screen that's large enough that there could be a hidden treasure chest. But I guess I just walk to the south at some point, or to the west, or this is the only way to go. Okay, fair enough. Step into Fjordwoods. We've heard this name before. All right. Do I have a map here? I do. And it appears that there's something around the bend that's perhaps our immediate goal. And there's various enemies. Who's my formation? Glenn and Rob are supporting one another, and then we have these. I guess that seems reasonable. I'm not sure exactly what party formation I want. I guess let's test it out against these guys. Engage. Right, I have not controlled Glenn in a while, and he now has Restraint. Okay, great. Let's do... I don't have Len who has fire, so Oil Slash is not going to be particularly useful. So in that case, let's do a... Ah, there's Wolf and there's Alpha Wolf. Let's go after the Alpha Wolf first. And I wonder if I can steal from the Alpha Wolf. It doesn't have anything to steal. It's weak to wind. And so do I just want to hit everybody? Or no, let's focus. I wonder if I defeat the Alpha Wolf if the other ones will run away. They're dealing just reasonable amounts of damage, so that's all fine. And I feel like this will be a short battle, so let's just try to speed it up even more by getting an offense buff. I might want to have Rob and Victor. Like, Victor can mostly play a supporting role, and so Rob could just be an attacker. So maybe that's what I ought to do here. Like aim, I think let's just do a wide swing. It'll hit the Alpha Wolf as well as the others. Okay, and Pedal Storm on the Alpha Wolf. 223, very nice. And then, I guess, Cross Slash on the Alpha Wolf. Overdrive meter still manageable. That's a lot of damage. Alright, they managed to focus and take down Killian, which isn't great. I forget, were you weak to wind? You are weak to wind. So, enjoy some wind. Okay, we took down the one, the other ones did not run away. So now I need to start worrying about overdrive a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. So... yeah, I'm gonna do this anyway. Probably gonna get overheated here. I could lend energy. Sure. Sienna, have some TP. That cooled us down. And Victor could awaken. Ah, I could change my cleric also. I have to decide if I want to give it back to Glenn or how I want to do it. Okay, but we have another Petal Storm, so let's just knock out one of the wolves. Only 196. I am disappointed. This will super cool us down. Nice. And do I want to hit both, or do I want to just X-slash? I think I'll just X-slash you, because that'll also deal with our overheating. And wide swing is good. And pressure point will kill you. Probably overkill. And I think at this point I can just deal damage as fast as possible and we'll be fine. Are you dead yet, Mr. Wolfie? He says, I'm getting there. There we go. Okay, so that was useful because I think I do want to change. You don't have an accessory on. Right, accessories. I moved those around. Lava Gorget is what? It is fire resist and a bunch of stats. Yeah, why don't you wear that? That would be good. And I prefer you having the cleric emblem. And then I want to change the formation and move Rob to here. And yeah, Victor could do a buff or just like immediately swap out for Rob. Like, that seems reasonable. I might want to put Rob in front, but I think this will be fine. All right. And we're in the forest, and everything's pretty. And there's possibly buried treasure somewhere. Is this a cave? No. But I see this thing on the ground. And I don't immediately see another one, so let's try going the other direction. Because I think they're always like on one screen. So if I were to go up here, well, there's some more wolves. Oh, and this is also a screen transition. Merchant. Hugh, hugh, hugh. The first hikers from the Cortara Mountains arriving so early, you must have slept at old Dame Bert's. I think that was the innkeeper's name. Indeed, we're on our way to Tormund. Our companion has gone ahead. Have you seen her? No, unfortunately not. Are you sure? Do you want to know what she looks like to begin with? This time in the morning, only people from Tormund's direction pass here. Nobody crosses mountains in the dark. So if someone comes from your direction this time of day, they probably slept at the White Rose Inn. I would have noticed someone passing by me. Believe me, you. The village of Iden is close. We should ask there instead of interrogating this dubious figure. Do what you want, but if your companion was a woman, you should hurry. What do you mean? Never mind, never mind. Just the ramblings of a dubious figure. Farewell! Let us make haste. Okay. I guess that's the way I'm going for the next checkpoint. Are you a merchant that I can actually buy things from? Doesn't seem like I can interact with you anymore. Now I am curious to go back and see what was on the other left-hand screen. I'm doing it again, where I'm like switching directions, which I don't like watching other people do. So maybe I should just keep going as far along this path as I can. This part of the forest is sealed off. Alright, there was a treasure chest though. Angel wings, I could actually use those because I've been spending them. And we haven't found a merchant. Oh yeah, we did find a merchant. I bought some sweets. I forgot. I just remembered. Okay, so why is there only one of these here? Like, can I just randomly guess a location that this one might be pointing? Or is it just like across the whole area? Like that one was pointing to the left and very slightly up. Oh, there we go. Found a buried treasure. Okay. Maybe that's the strategy? Alright. Well, let's hope I get to an anvil at some point so I can take advantage of it. And then looking at the map, There's just a tiny branch to the right behind these wolves, and I've been feeling underleveled, so I'm going to grind them some on my own. Alright, I made a giant mess of that battle, so I'm glad it wasn't really on camera. I can't get there. It's a one-way trip back. Alright, but I got some more experience, and so that's always nice. And I survived, and that's kind of all that matters. So, let's move on over. Hey, fast travel! Do I have access to fast travel? Do I have access to fast travel? Discovered fast travel location. There's an anvil right here. I was just about to say I'm going to travel to an anvil if that's the case, but there's an anvil right here. Okay. There's probably a lot of crystal-y stuff I can do. I need to look at it all and decide what I want to do, so I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll be back once I make some decisions. Actually, on second thought, it occurs to me that there is a bunch of things I should explore. There might be a shop where I can buy new weapons and armor, or treasure chests where I'm going to find new stuff. And I might want to have all of the stuff before I start making decisions. You look like you're a merchant of some sort. Okay, that's the same type of weapons and armor that have been for sale before. As are these. As are these. Okay. Let me go ahead and buy one snack just to make sure I always have at least 5 while I'm here. But yeah, let me just look around and see if there's like any hidden treasure chests that might have a new piece of equipment. That might be the one that I want to upgrade rather than the equipment that I'm currently carrying around. Bolus. And there might be more crystals that might influence my decisions in terms of how I'm going to do some upgrades and things. So yeah, it's good to look around first and then upgrade second. So I think those are all the treasures that were to be found there. Here's another treasure chest with some types of materials for upgrades. One presumes. There's some kind of little animal. I guess it's a dog. It's just the way that it looked like it had a unicorn horn, but it's just the way that it's standing in front of the box. Makes that look a little bit weird, I suppose. I don't really want to talk to all the people just yet, but I probably should. Also, can I go down here? Yeah. I'm in the water now. Surely there's a treasure down here somewhere. Is this the other side of the thingy-ma-doo? No. It's a treasure. Okay, great. And this is the other side. This is on my map. Yeah. This is the one way that I beat up those 3 wolves, and then that was the thing. Okay. Cool. You know, I said it's a treasure and was excited about finding a treasure, and I didn't even notice what it was. I just wanted to open the box. Alright. Any other treasures to be found? Sylph's fan. Ah, more lore. The continents of Eldria form a ring. If you look at them in the form of a clock, from 1 to 4 o'clock, you'll find the continent of Wapen, the largest. Here, not only the free cities share the landscape, but also the Arnsreich, the Republic of Dorover, and the city-state of Vaeti in the far north, where the climate is harsh, live the High Brothers. Land of vast plains changes into the south, into the mountain range of Eldria Ramuda, before heading southwest to the temperate plains. Alright, could you not just show me a picture? Between 4 and 7, the continent of Doe, drunken sailors, blah blah blah. Between 7 and 9 o'clock is Brandian. Not much left, devoured by fungus. 9 and 11 is Jadar, Doma Desert, Empire of the Revolution. 12 o'clock is Volantis. Too big to call it an island, too small to call it a continent. Finally, the island of Miranda exists in the middle. Alright. The coast, where the mighty Baki live. Nothing's known about... What was that? Rockmass Pangea in the north? Beyond the Ring of the Seas? I don't know. This is not being effective for me in terms of the communication. Like, it's tons of information, and I don't know if any of it's ever going to be useful. So let's go inside houses and look for more loot. Or kitties. Hello, kitty. Meow. Hooray. Okay, well, that lifted my spirits pretty quickly there. Here's some loot. It's a snack. Great. I will definitely be using those based on prior experience. Yeah, sure. Step on my mushrooms. Okay, I will. Black tippets is some type of accessory. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. First off, does everyone have an accessory? Rob does not. Tell me about the black tippet. If I press K to flip page, triggers HP regen, 15% of max HP when HP under 25%. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Sure. Take that. Rob has been going down a lot, and so he'll automatically start regenerating some HP. And I think I explored all the locations, so now I guess I do need to talk to the people. Those mushrooms are worth some money on Tormund. Yeah, like merchants could even travel there. That's my justification for stepping on his mushrooms. My wife got delicious coffee today. Would you like to try some? I'm not a coffee drinker, so no. There's only one forest bigger than Fjordwoods on Volantis, the Inner Sanctum. Forbidden to go there. If you ask me, it's too dangerous as well. I heard fairies live there and play tricks on humans. That might have already happened to us. On the way to Tormund, you almost made it. I already talked to the doggy. Dame Bird of the White Rose Inn was once a scientist, researching something forbidden and was run out of town. Human experimentation. Now he's an innkeeper. Can people really change? Updated quest. Ask around the village. I see. So we're getting information. Keep away from the western part. Forest dragons can be found there. Ooh. They might not breathe fire, but they're still very dangerous. Okay, that makes me worry a little bit. There is a passive called Dragon Killer. No one has it, but maybe with my next level up, I should try to get it. Because we might be fighting a dragon at some point in the not-too-distant future. Travel northeast, you'll reach the flower fields of Perpetua. Pack some medicine so you can protect yourself against status ailments. Alright. You came from Old Darmparts? I wouldn't want to spend a single night there. He's a strange fellow. Started when he came to Aiden from Tormund. Instead of opening one in the village, he moved it closer to Cortara. Alright. And yeah, he did have those strange flowers. Group of scientists set up camp in the west. What are they looking for? And you don't have anything to say, it seems. Were there any people up here? I don't remember. I think the answer is no. Oh, there's a person right here. A few months ago, a mob set out for the old Dame Bart. The reason was Elena, the daughter of our fisherman. She wanted to meet her fiancé, set out for the entrance of the Cortara Mountains, but she never arrived. She must have passed the White Rose Inn, but Dame... Oh, dear. Do we think that the innkeeper kidnapped Len? He could have missed her, of course, but he's suspiciously she never passed there. Yeah. Strange guy. Mob turned house upside down and couldn't find anything. Okay, return to the White Rose Inn. Yeah. That's the wrong way. Okay, I understand. Oh! I have a very bad feeling about this. This Dimebart. Normally I have a pretty good sense for a person's character, but I couldn't get much out of him. Do you think Len is possibly still there? You're not going to tell me that guy kidnapped Len while I was sleeping next to her. My sleep is not very deep, I'll have you know. We don't know if he mixed anything into the drinks, though. He can't be serious. Enough, we have to go back. He's right. If we're wrong about our assumptions, she would surely be able to manage on the way to Tormund on her own. But if the rumors are true, let's head back. Okay. Before I do head back, I am curious about fast travel. So if I open the teleport menu... Teleport, not currently possible. Okay, so it's not the case that the world is actually open to me. Okay, and I still haven't used my anvil to upgrade some equipment. So let me take some time to take a look at all my stuff and try to do some of that. Alright, I find the crystal system overwhelming, so I'm going to use auto-combine just to reduce the numbers that I'm looking at. And hopefully that'll help me make some decisions. Okay, I'm just going to do a basic upgrade of Glenn's Copus. And so that'll improve his sword and make it more possible for me to... Oh, I could upgrade it again and even have like a 4 thingy in it, or two thingies. It would use a lot of my stuff. Glenn attacks a lot, though. I think this is going to be worth it. Why can I not do this? I don't have enough iron ore. I see. Okay. I'm going to upgrade the rapier to rapier plus plus. Because Victor, it gives him extra magic, and it'll allow me to put some crystals in it. Let's upgrade Rob's armor as well. Spend a little bit of money and improve the stats on that, and we could possibly put something in it. And Sienna has been going down a bit, and so upgrading her doublet will also give her a little bit more defense and HP and such. Okay, I'm going to add Paralyze Hit 3 to Glenn's Silver Breastplate, so he has a chance to paralyze monsters. He attacks pretty frequently, and so that seems like that'll be good. And then I'm also going to add an Attack Up 3 to Glenn's weapon, which raises attack by 10%. And so that's going to make him a little bit more of an attacker. And so as a result of that, I think I'm also then going to change who is using the Cleric class emblem. Let's change it to... Let's change it to Killian. And in Rob's armor, I'm going to add Switch Out HP, which restores HP when switched out. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to move Rob to the front and have Victor be the person who can sub in. And I think that's all I'm going to do for now. At least I've done some. Let me go ahead and save all of that progress. But I walked back to the inn on my own. Dimebart. Was he the guy who was just walking up in the corner? And if so, can I walk over there? Oh, can I walk around this way? This is the way that I saw him go. Here we go. Oh dear. Into the back. And the music has changed. Is he doing human experimentation? What is this place? Are these cells? We need to find Len fast. Can't really see into them all that well. But yeah, there's definitely something afoot. The experiment was a success. I was able to transfer a plant's ether into another plant. Its magical potency increased dramatically, but that was only the easy part. Okay. So he's logging what he's been up to. Results are astonishing. I put the soul of a plant into a monster. The magical potential increased, but the monster died. I have to change my test objects. Okay. So he's going to change to testing on humans, I guess. So he's trying to increase magic potential by moving soul around or something. The Court of Ethics banned me from Torment. Wage war for over a century. But cry foul when a few lives are lost. Without human experimentation, I won't be able to get any results. Okay, so just kind of solidifying the story for us here. And unfortunately, we're going to alert him to our presence as a result of doing this as we walk by. I presume he's down here and Len is as well. This place is sprawling and huge. But, look who we found. Princess! What did he do to you? She's unconscious, but otherwise fine. Let's take her and leave quickly. Straight in my trap. If only you'd moved on to Tormund and not listened to the gossip of the villagers. I'll kill you! But Rob is not strong enough to break the bars of the cell. Don't waste your strength. The way I see it, we'll spend the next few days having a good time together. If you think these bars will prevent me from slitting your throat, then I'm pretty sure they'll hold your anger. They've been tested several times, so calm down for now. Are you involved in these things as well, child? Arlette. What is this about? You know me as Damebert, landlord of this cozy inn, but I'm actually a former scientist from Tormund. And this is my little lab. What have you been doing here? For centuries, magical potential of all races has been declining from generation to generation. In a few decades, no one will be able to cast magic anymore. My goal is to tickle out this potential. You're abducting people? If I can infuse several souls into one living being, I might be able to raise its magical potential tremendously. So I developed a procedure to catch and infuse souls. I needed test subjects, though. I started with flowers, eventually switched to monsters, and then humans. Alright, that's basically all the stuff that we've already learned 3 different times. The writing is starting to fall apart a little bit here, I feel like. Unfortunately, I forgot one thing. A soul is not only a collection of ether, it's a collective consciousness of a living being. With the soul, I transferred not only the ether, but the personalities and memories, like a second identity. Kind of like the slime gime stuff that we saw before. Or read about. Highly developed human mind broke immediately. It went insane. Theoretically, it was a success. The magic potential increased. If it had not killed itself, the body would have endured the strain and still be alive. Can you believe it? You did this. She's waking up. You're awake. I already thought their screams sounded differently. The weeping Marys in your garden. Are they human souls that I infused into flowers? Only some of them, I might add. The ether makes them bloom even prettier. You're mad! A fully developed human mind that can see, hear, and feel, trapped inside a flower, deprived of everything. Nobody noticed the disappearance of so many people? Most people here are travelers whose homes are far away, and the Cortara Mountains are not considered very safe. If once a month a person disappeared, no one would think anything of it. But I must confess, maybe I overdid it a bit. The people of Iden got suspicious. Thanks for answering my questions. In retrospect, I shouldn't have asked, so let's stop here. You'll pay now. And how will you do this, Sienna probably is able to, like, pick a lock. Or maybe she stole the key off of him back in the inn. Also, Arlette has not said anything. Is she like a flower who's been infused in a human or something? You don't actually think such a lousy lock could keep me in, do you? After them. I'll never forgive this man. Len, are you able to walk? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just at a loss for words. Then save them for now. And the music says, it's a chase scene. Also, new skills. I'm guessing Len still has a chance to learn. Yeah. So, what do we want to give her? There's water jump. Oh, wow, she can hit all. There have been a lot of times that I wanted to, like, hit everybody with fire or wind. There haven't been many people who've been water immune yet. And so maybe I'm going to take that in anticipation that it's going to be good. What is save TP? 5% chance to execute a skill without paying its TP cost. Oh, that's pretty cool. 5% though is not super great. Let's try a water jump. Alright, it is done. I've learned the thing. Also, what equipment are you currently having, Len? Glaive, Ravencloak, Sylph Armlet, that seems fine. Okay, so, we're not in a place with a map. It seems like there's only one way to go to chase the mad scientist. However, he might have locked the door. And so maybe there's another way around. Or maybe we'll run into some horrors down in his lab. In this case, the horrors are called pudding. And they're weak to wind. Okay. Well, I have wind thrust. Weakness. Very nice. Alright, they have an earth attack. And just normal attacks. How much damage did I do already? Not all that much. So I think we should just go for high damage here at the start. Try to reduce the numbers of the enemy. Poison shot. I wonder if these things could be poisoned. Let's find out. Yes. That's useful information. Pressure point's a wind attack. And yeah, if I can finish you off, I'll be happy to do so. We're in overdrive. It died to the poison. Great. And I've taken a bit of damage, but I think I'm going to be okay. There's only 2 of them left now. We're in overdrive. And poison could still be useful. But do I want to do healing him? Sure. Everyone could use some. So I'll choose to do that. And apparently my formation is not what I thought it was, because I thought I had Rob and Victor separated, but it appears that Killian is the one who's missing right now. So I need to fix up my formation once again. I guess Len just joined the party is what happened, and so that screwed up my whole formation. I didn't think about it. Okay. Well, I'll be able to correct that after this battle. And so, yeah, it feels like I can just kind of brute force this. Nothing interesting seems to be happening. So I'll see you at the end of the battle. Okay, I was super overheated, but brute force won the day. Skill points have been gotten, and so now let me adjust my formation once again. Alright, I think this is a formation that I could live with. So let's move forward with that. And there's more of these monsters. I'll fend them off. Alright, those monsters went down easy. It's nice having the party organized the way I want them. And there's 4 more of them over there. Is there going to be a treasure chest over here? Yes. Get some money. Alright, 4 will be slightly more difficult, but I think still pretty easy to deal with. Alright, not a problem to defeat those enemies. And got some skill level ups. I'm sure that should help me. Let's see, where am I headed? I wonder also if I might be getting close to a cutscene or something, and I have no idea at this point where we are in terms of an episode, so maybe I should check on that. Yeah, I think we're out of time for today, so I'm going to say I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Chained Echoes. For now, bye-bye.